It says it's starting. Whew. Hi everyone. It says it's starting. I'm Mama Beth and I'm in the kitchen. Now I need to send my guests a link. Let's see. Just a second. I have to figure out how to do the links. And this is this one at the top. But y'all bear with me for a minute. I'm learning how to do this. And let's see. We can get the young lady that's going to guest with me on. I've got it on my mail. It's interesting to say the least. I am not used to doing this. Here we go. And let's get her the link. And I'm not sure exactly how to do this. Come on. My computer never wants to do what I want it to do. I don't know if you, there we go. Okay, here is, oh, you're going to let me do it. I have to close about half of, I've got half a dozen things open on here, and forgive me. Let's see, live dashboards. Maybe that's not what it was. I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing. I had it all set up to have the event scheduled, and then it wouldn't let me do what I wanted it to do. So, let's see. Okay, that's the live event, and it's on manipulation. We're going to be talking about manipulation today. I did a video on it, and you may have seen it earlier, but let's see. It should be, come on. It's showing just Mama Beth's World, and I don't know why. Oh, I hear myself. Wait a minute. Hang on. Let me turn the volume down. See if I can get this to work correctly. Now, if anybody knows, hi Scottish, hi Audie Cook, hi Crazy Cat Lady. I really appreciate it. Hey Mama Three Boys. Hey y'all. I'm so glad you joined me. I have no idea what I'm doing with this technical stuff. I'm trying to figure out where the link is so I can send the young lady that's going to guest with me. And I can't find it. I don't know. Is it just the link that's up at the top? Hi, Sandy. Is it the link up at the top that I sent her to get her in here or what? I really have no idea. But I'm going to send her this. Hey, Courtney. Hey, Butterfly Zombie. Let me copy this. I guess it's just the link to the actual video. I'm trying to get a young lady who's going to guest with me. Let me see if I can send this on over to her. Come on. Come on. Do what I say. Do what I say. And it's not wanting to listen. Let's see. Paste. There we go. Okay. I think I've got it to her. Stephanie, let me know. You can email me back. Now I know why so many people don't do this, but they just choose you now. But if anybody knows more about this than I do, which is probably everybody, tell me exactly where the link is that shows up to send it to her, because I'd like to have her on. It'll be easier to do it that way. Why does it say that I'm going to thingy? Oh, yes, everybody sub to everybody else that's in the channel that has, if you've got a channel, please sub to one another. No, it's the Google Hangout link, not the YouTube link. Go to Google Hangouts and grab the link off the top of the page, or hit invite and copy the link. Thank you. Thank you. Now, where's the Google Hangout link? Oh, God. I'm telling you, this is not, okay, that's introduction to live streaming. Where's the Google Hangout link? I think I screwed something up. Crap. Let me see. Okay. Did I lose my Google Hangout link? See, this looks like it's just sitting there. It's not doing anything. Let me see. Oh, I have no idea why it's doing this. Let me get to the Google Hangout. All right, wait a minute. Live dashboard. That must be it. That has to be it. Come on, open up. Lorna Lee, you should start a channel. Let me tell you, since I started this 2.5 months ago, this has been so much fun. I've gotten to share things that I know and that I like, and then I do, and it's been really interesting. Okay, that is not. But if you're thinking about starting a channel, do. You know, it's a lot of fun. Oh, all I've got, I don't have a Google Hangout link. Now I guess I've turned myself off. Well, shit. I'm about ready to lose my mind. What have I done here? I've knocked everybody off, I guess. Shit. Sorry. Let's see. How did I do it the first time? Well, it says I'm live now, so that's good. Let me see if I can pop in my own stream. Can't believe this. I have never had so much trouble with technical stuff. What is this doing? Lord. Open London B tab. There we go. Come on. Y'all ever have one of those days that nothing works? Somebody ran over our mailbox. That was crazy. And now I can't seem to get this to open right. I see me now. Hey, darling. Let me figure out. I've got it up on YouTube, but it's got a delay on it, and I don't know why I don't have my Google Hangout link. So let me see if I can get that. All right, Google Hangouts. Let's see. Maybe I can find the link to Select Center because she's a beautiful young lady, and she's going through right now what a lot of us have experienced when we're getting into relationships and stuff like that, getting manipulated by the partners that we have, those that we love, and come on, open up. Do what I tell you. No, that's not it. It says you're in a video call. Oh, that's not right. Okay. Is this working? I can't even tell. I'm going to just use my phone from it, and I would love to get Stephanie in here because she is a wonderful young lady, and I really would love to have her on. Let's get Stephanie in here. Okay, now she is a wonderful young lady, and I really would love to have. That's delayed, but my hi, Sin City Renee. Thank you, darling, for your beautiful comment. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Now I'll be able to see the chat here, but how do you get it like I did last time? Through Google. I have no idea what I've done. Anyway, Stephanie is a girl that I've talked to for a long time, and she's dealt with manipulation. And honestly, I would really like to have her in the stream, but I don't know how. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what I'm doing. Honestly, I have to figure all this out. And Stephanie, if you're watching, and I hope you're watching, you see that I am trying. And now it's saying that for some reason it's turning. I can see the chat fine and everything. Hi, Michelle, and hey, Audie Cook and Sandy Law. Listen, and y'all's Christmas cards are going in the mail tomorrow. I had to get some stuff 6. I had to get some goodies done for some people, and so I haven't got them in the mail yet, but you should have them in a couple days. Now, if anybody knows, I'm on YouTube here, but I have no idea where the Hangouts link is to where I can send her. So I don't know what to do. But I'm really happy to have you all in here, and I'll be following the chats. My video on my laptop it's showing delay, like I've got a bad signal or something. I don't know. Wait a minute. Let me see what this is down here. And we'll get started. Don't want to restart. Blah 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 blah. Nothing. Absolutely nothing worth anything. Okay. I talked about manipulation in my last video, the one that I had up today, and one of the things that I wanted to get across is that technology my technology doesn't want to cooperate either, Rio. See, Riot 09. If you are in a manipulative relationship, whether it's with your parents or with your child, with a boyfriend or girlfriend, and you feel like they are pushing you to do things, or making you stay with them, or leaving out your personal life, this is really important. If you feel like you're constantly being forced to do things that you don't want to do, then I'd love to have you actually, watch the video so you can recognize different signs of manipulation, and there are more. I mean, that's not the entire list, of course, but it's normal with the delay. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. You're a doll baby. I wish I had you here so you could get my link up so I could send it to her and I'd be able to hear her, because you know, with the delay, it's kind of hard. You can't hear it at the right time, so you don't know what you kind of get messed up back and forth. Hey, Ricky Rennie Worldwide. Hi, Lorna Lee. I am so tickled that you all are here. And listen, if you haven't subbed, which I think pretty much everybody subbed, please sub, because we're going to do a super chat, and I'll be on later tonight as well. I'm going to try to go on at 10 o'clock. That way I don't interfere with anybody else in the group that goes on live. But hopefully I will understand a little bit better about how to do it. Oh, I would like. Can I do that? Listen, just DM me your number and we'll do it that way. Why is my Facebook acting ugly? Why is it not? Ugh. It's swirling like it's something. You know, just listen, it's Mama Beth World on Twitter. Just send me a DM and I'll put you on speaker. Can you all hear me all right? Hey, Rosemary, I know I'm such a mess. I've got, as you can see right over there, I've got boxes that are Christmas presents that I need to open up and wrap. I'm a terrible housekeeper. I have brand new China hutch back there that we just got last week, and I'm a terrible person. I don't have my china in it. My kitchen table is covered with presents that I'm wrapping and stuff like that. You can hear me good? All right. Thank you, darling. Yeah, you can email it to me, or you know what? Just do Twitter. It's easier, right? It's much easier for me to work with. It's for some reason, I don't know why, because it takes forever to get my mail, and I'm using my phone. And you know, I was going to get the iPhone 10, but I decided not to after everybody's complaining about it. But yeah, this is so messy. I've got jars there, and those jars were just washed and haven't been put away. And you know what? Over here, it's so cluttered, because I've been making cookies and candies and all sorts of stuff. So y'all know how it is when you work in your kitchen and you like what you do. It gets messy. So let me see. I know, it was just being an ass. You know, that person didn't have anything on their channel, and I'm always suspicious when somebody doesn't have anything like a playlist. They don't have any subscribers. They don't subscribe to anybody. So I think it was probably just a fake channel made up to harass me. You know, if anybody that knows me knows that I'm addicted to bleach, and so there's no dirt. It might be cluttered sometimes. You know, like I've got all my flour and my sugar and my salt, baking powder, and of course I have my cookie jars that you see, I've got my 3, the Nightmare Before Christmas and all of the Evil Queens. And then I have my Wicked Witch of the West one. I have her over there. But yeah, they're there. The mixer's there, and you know, all the stuff you use. I always say, if you know, and I have friends who have to have everything put up all the time, but I'm not one of those people. If I'm going to be making something in a few hours, I'll leave it out. Everything I have is in Ziploc bags too. I don't know if you all do that, but I have this thing. I like those gallon-sized Ziploc bags. But you know, so it's sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, there's stuff out, but you know, I'm certainly not a hoarder. I couldn't do that. No, even watching that show makes me upset. But I was raised in a house that didn't have dust. My mother was OCD about that. If you've heard me talk about my mother, you know that cleaning was a big thing in our house. So yeah, but and you know what? If I have time to clean and do things that I do, but if I have a choice, I'll spend time with my friends or doing something constructive. So, you know, there's the poem Dust If You Must. And I read that in one of my videos, the one I made when Hugh Hefner died. And yeah, so dust if you must, but life's going to pass you by. I wish this thing would do right. Melissa, yeah, I put it through the dishwasher. I put it, if I wash dishes, there's bleach in it. There's bleach in the water. Whenever I mop my kitchen and bathrooms, there's bleach everywhere. My husband hates it. He's like, God, I've never had so much bleach in the house since, you know, ever. And I'm like, well, it smells clean to me. And ammonia, I use clear vinegar or ammonia on the clean the windows and all around it. Once I got sick, house cleaning went out the window. I'd rather spend time with my kids and have, you know what? When my daughter was young and at home, we would spend one day, like usually Saturday morning. If she didn't have a bunch of, I would end up having 5 to 10 kids at my house on Saturday mornings. I don't know if y'all are like that, but I always encouraged my daughter to, oh, here she is, to have friends over. So I always had like 5 or 10 girls, little girls, and they were all piled either in her room or half the time they'd be in the living room because that's where the big TV was. And I'm not going to clean around a bunch of kids. So, you know, I would do this room this day, this room another day. But she always came first. And my friends always came first. If it came between me going out and enjoying a good dinner with friends or staying home and cleaning shit, I'm going out. But, all right, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, Stephanie, I'm going to call you. Let's see. Well, if it'll pick up the number, shit. What am I doing? There we go. Here's my girl. Now, Stephanie and I have known each other for several years, and she is a college student. She's brilliant. She's just smart as tack. And we've talked, you know, Stephanie, say something. Let me see if they can hear you.
Can you guys hear me? I'm here.
Can y'all hear her? I can hear you good. But I'm seeing hearts on the screen. There's a little delay. I don't know what I did, Stephanie. I had this loaded up, ready to go, and thought I knew what I was doing. And then when I tried to get it to start, I was like, well, shit. I don't know what I'm doing. But I have a hard time with technical stuff. My daughter calls me a techno-tard. And she's like, she just rolls her eyes, and then she fixes whatever I need fixed when she comes. But I'm really glad that we were able to do this because, you know, you said that you watched my video on manipulation. You want to tell a little bit about that?
Yeah, I did, and it's kind of funny because I had just gotten back from having therapy earlier that morning, and like we kind of talked about the situation a little bit with my therapist, and then I got back and I was watching it, and I'm like, yeah, there's these types of manipulation, like things that I kind of deal with other people that I never really recognized as manipulation before. But then you got to the part about psychological manipulation. I'm like, this is exactly what I'm going through right now.
Yeah. And I think that in different parts of our life, whether it's with friends who mean well or those who don't mean well, we experience manipulation and we manipulate others. But the thing is, is it positive or negative?
Yeah, and I also think, like, is it conscious or is it not conscious? Like, that's also a big thing as well.
Very much so. Now, different types of manipulation in families and things like that, but you brought up an ex. Why don't you tell the story so it's in your own words?
So there is a person that I met. I'm not gonna use his name or really try to identify him because I respect his privacy. But I had decided about a month or so ago that, you know what, relationship wise, it's just not going to work out between the two of us. But I do enjoy, spending time with him. So yeah, we can just be friends. There's nothing wrong with having, a good friend to hang out with. So
Right.
then rewind to this past Sunday, I'm just going to assume that he was drunk, at least I hope he was drunk, and he starts texting me all of this nonsense about how he loves me and how I should come over and then we can go get a reverend and get married, and I'm like, no, that's not what our relationship is. We're friends and nothing more, and even if we were something more, it's a little soon to be jumping in and getting married to someone. And then ever since I turned down his very Gone with the Wind marriage proposal, every night he's been texting me, threatening that he is going to kill himself, sending me pictures of self-harm and about how he's in the emergency room for trying to harm himself, and that how I need to come over, and if I don't come over, he's going to harm himself.
Wait, did he actually go to the emergency room?
I don't know. He claims he's gone at least twice this week.
Okay.
But I don't buy it because I feel like if the story was true, they definitely would have kept him because there are marks on his body where he has attempted to cut himself.
Right. Usually, let me ask, with attempts, there's a difference with suicidal, what is the word? I'm losing the word.
Isolation?
Idolation, and then ideation, and then there's cutting. Now,
right.
Suicidal ideation, you'll see someone with a few shallow cuts. They definitely won't hit an artery. Right. And you hear people say this, and I don't approve of it, but they say, if you cut crossways, you're faking it. If you cut long ways, then you're really doing it, because to slit your wrist, you really have to slit all the way up the arm. And so when people are just, wanting attention and they're using it as manipulative tactics, they'll cut their wrist, but they'll just do it shallow, and they'll just do it across. Is that what he has?
What he did, it wasn't even a cut all the way through. It just looked like raised scratches.
Oh, okay. So he was really just doing little scratches just to make you feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
Okay. But let me speak to everybody in chat. Hi, Christine. Hi, everybody. Hi, Michelle. I really appreciate everybody joining in. Please sub, because once I get to 1,000 subs, then we can start raising money for the dog and cat shelter here. If you're wondering, on the phone is a young lady. You all don't know her. She's not one of the Stephanies we know. Stephanie is what I call her. But I've known her for about 3 years. And how old are you now, Stephanie? 21?
21.
That's what I thought. So it's been a good while. But that's who I can't get. If you all are wondering, I have no idea how to send a link to get her on panel. So that's why we're using her on the phone. We've got her on the phone here. It's much easier, because honestly, I just don't know what I'm doing with this. Hopefully by my live stream tonight, I'll have it better. Okay, Stephanie, let's get back to this. When he first called you and started saying that he was going to hurt himself, that he was going to kill himself, what did you say to him?
Well, he didn't even call me. This was all over text.
Oh, so it wasn't a phone call, it was by text. Yeah. So did you tell, I think you said you gave him the National Suicide Hotline?
I did.
Okay, and that is smart.
I gave him the number also to a psychiatric hospital near me that I know is good, and that has like a 24-hour evaluation referral line where they decide that, like, do you need to come in and be hospitalized, or are there other means they can get you the help that you need?
Oh, good. Okay. Oh, somebody asked. No, my kitchen is not my basement. In my basement, by the way, that balcony actually goes down about 25 feet. There's 4 stories in this house. This one, it goes down the mountain. So like we have a complete on that side. There's like a second master, but we've turned into a den and a full bathroom and everything. This house is really cool. It's a modern style and it goes down the mountain. But yeah, if I took you out on that porch, you could see all the way down the mountain to the river. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so you've had him call several times, and you did the right thing. Is he not? Now, obviously, he couldn't be drunk every time he called. He may have been the first time, but if he had gone to the emergency room, they would probably, if they had seen that he was really intent on harming himself and had a plan, they would have kept him.
Right.
You know, that's the law. If they talk to you and you have a plan, or if you've been in more than once, usually they'll send you to a psych center, but they won't give you drugs that are like benzos and anything like that. They may put you on antidepressants and keep you, but he hasn't been kept, has he?
No, he hasn't. He said that the ER just laughed at him and sent him home. And I told him, you need to go get help. Do you know where you should go? And he said, I don't know where. I've tried to kill myself multiple times in the last week. And that's when I told him about the place that I went to.
And that was good. That was smart. If he is intent on hurting himself, though, and he does, you need to understand that that's his choice and not yours. And that's what, so many, I have women, it's women a majority of the time that say, my husband says, if I leave him, he'll hurt himself. They'll injure themselves with the children or whatever. I always say to take police action, send them to the suicide hotline. If you're not there with them, have a wellness check done.
Right.
Oh, Nikki said she backed up all the way over. Tell Beth if she's looking for the link to send people, it's the Hangout link that she's recording from. I've lost that link. That's the problem, Nikki. But I'll do that next time. I promise. I'm going to remember how to do this. Stephanie, I am sorry that I screwed this up.
Okay.
But okay. So have you heard from him today?
I have. He's been blowing my phone up, and unfortunately, with an iPhone, when you block someone on your phone, if you have your text forwarding onto your Mac, you still get the text on your Mac. So I'm probably going to have to call my cell phone provider to have the number blocked.
Right. And you know what? That's a smart thing to do. He doesn't know where you live, though, does he?
No, he doesn't, but I'm just concerned because with his job, he has access to ways of finding out where I live by either looking up my cell phone number or if he remembers my license plate by looking that up.
Okay. You may want to contact the authorities.
Yeah, I've thought about it.
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea because this has been going on for 6 days, 7 days, how many days?
Since Sunday.
Okay. What's the day, Wednesday?
Yeah.
All right, so 4 days of it. You know what? If it continues tomorrow, I would definitely go by the police department and, file a restraining order and and alert them that he has been making suicidal threats and that he may be a danger to himself. And so when they will take it to him quicker and they'll probably bring him in for an evaluation. Now, if he's been evaluated twice and sent home, then that's telling.
Right.
But, but I'm going to say ERs make mistakes if they're busy and you are in a large city and, they may say, he's not really meaning to do it. And, they may turn him away when actually he does need help. But you've provided all the information that you need to for him. So you've done your part. And, I hope this guy leaves you alone. You're dating someone else, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, that's good. Does he know about this?
He knows a little bit about what's going on. He doesn't know the full extent of the situation just because there are so many other things going on right now. Like I'm having surgery on Monday, so he's more focused on making sure I'm okay going into that. But he's aware that I've got a crazy on my back right now.
I think all women end up with one crazy or two, that becomes obsessed with us. And
this is my second one since July.
Well, honey, you're a pretty girl. And you're very easy to get along with, and and you're popular, and the more people that it's like the flower that smells the best has the most bees.
Right.
So you have a higher chance if you're dating more and you're around more people. But just make sure that you always watch for the red flags of this, and you did the right thing. And I'm really proud of you for talking to your therapist about it, and then coming on to talk about it on here, so other people can understand. I'm sure that hi Nick. Nick's steaming his face. I don't know if you know Nick Snyder. He was Face of Prada. He's a good friend, but and he has a YouTube channel too, Viewer's Voice. But if anyone in the chat has this going on, or has experienced this, or has someone that is threatening to hurt themselves because they're in a relationship and they feel like they're tied down because of that, and they're afraid that if they leave that person is going to do something, call the police, call for a wellness check, give them suicide hotline. If you're not with them, have the police go. But if you're like Stephanie and you've been called for 4 days in a row and the guy is just harassing you, go ahead and go to the police and get a restraining order. And make sure you're protected, and know that whatever they do is their choice and not yours. Hi Nicole, I'm doing good today. Today's been a good day. I've been very busy. I've had several appointments and I've been working in the kitchen, so it's been a busy day. But we've got Stephanie here on the phone who's been dealing with a young man who has threatened to kill himself, hurt himself, said he's been to the hospital a couple times over the last 4 days, and she's been very smart dealing with it, and I'm really proud of her. Hi Crystal, how are you, darling? I hope you're doing okay. Crystal's been through kind of a similar situation. She's been stalked, she's been harassed and bullied, and the person actually, and I'm not going to mention their name, but they actually got arrested twice, once Sunday and then I think last Thursday, I think it was, over all that they've done to her. And and it's them trying to manipulate her as well, and hurt her. So I feel for her situation, and I feel for yours as well. And if you need anything, if you need any help or anything, Stephanie, you make sure you get in touch with me. You can always get in touch with me, that.
I will. I think one thing that also needs to be said about this situation is that also statements that people make, like, if you care about me, if you love me, if, it's manipulation all the same. I had him telling me that if I care about him, then I would talk about self-harm with him. I have my own past involving self-harm, and one thing I've learned with relationships is that you should never tear yourself down to build somebody else up.
Absolutely. Beautifully said. Well said. Absolutely. Audie Cook said her ex did this, and because she didn't go to the police, it escalated. So that's why I always say go to the police. And yes, if someone is telling you, if you love me, you will have sex with me. If you love me, you will do this sexual thing. If you love me, you'll give me money. If you love me, whatever. Love is not based on, what you do for somebody. Love is based on emotion and feeling and mutual respect. And there's so many other things that have nothing to do with acts. Like, my husband does all sorts of stuff for me, but he makes those choices. I don't say, if you love me, you'll do this. That is something I grew up with. And it was a bad manipulation technique. And it was one that worked, unfortunately, for most of my younger years, half my life. But I'm so glad that at your age, you've already learned that. That's really great. It's important. And I appreciate you bringing that up and saying it.
Of course.
And but, well, I hope that this ends well. I know you've got an appointment a little later on.
Yes.
So I don't want to keep you from that, but I really appreciate you joining and giving me a chance to talk to you, and you sharing your story with everybody that's on the stream. Hi, Patsy B. And, this is really good because we need to talk about these things, men and women who are experiencing, this. We need to talk about it so we know how to handle it and so we have support from one another. But, okay, Stephanie, and I will be talking to you later, love. Okay?
Yes, I will catch up with you later.
All right, love you, honey.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Stephanie is one of the sweetest, smartest young girls that I am so proud of her. I couldn't be proud of her if she was my own daughter. And she's doing so well, and she's had some health problems, and I'd like to ask everybody to put her on your prayer list. She's having surgery on Monday. So Nick, your cookies are going in the mail tomorrow morning, so shut up. I got told I had a messy kitchen because I've been making your cookies all day. Oh, Lord. Crystal, I see you're in here, and I don't know how to give you a link because I've screwed this whole thing up. I don't know how to get you in here. But if you would like to DM me your number and you want to talk, I don't know how much you can talk, but if you want to send me a DM with your phone number, I'll call you. And I'll call you from my cell phone, so you'll have it. But I would love to talk about the manipulation that you have suffered, and it's not just, and I want to say, I've been watching all of this, that's happened to Crystal and that's gone on, and Crystal may not be able to talk about it. And if you can't, that's fine. It's at the top of your Google side of Hangout. I'm on it says YouTube, and I don't know where to click. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing, Nick. There's a little person with the plus sign. No, there's not. I lost the Google thing. There's no little person with the plus sign. I don't see it. You're going to have to walk me through it. I see a person up here. Wait a minute. If you make me drop this whole thing, I'm going to be so mad. No, that's not doing it. A different screen should have popped. It did, and I accidentally closed it because I'm stupid. I told y'all I was a technotar. Nick, you're going to have to help me before I do the one. I'm going to do one at 10 o'clock. And hopefully that one will be a super chat. And we get to raise some money for the dog and kitty shelter. But I do want to continue this because Nick and Crystal and so many people have experienced this in their lives. And you know as well as I do that emotional blackmail is just terrible. Whether it's a silent treatment or somebody constantly pushing you or threatening you emotionally. Once you recognize, like I say, once you recognize the behavior, then you know how to handle it, and you can get out of a relationship and not let them do it. Like, if someone's saying, "If you love me, you won't leave me. I can't live without you," you can leave and say, if you decide to do what you want to do, it's it's not on me, it's on you. But wait a minute, you can't close it, it would kick you off. Then where the heck is it? I don't know what I'm doing. Nick, if I make you a mod, I know how to do that. If I make you a mod, can you fix it? The young lady that was just on, she was on the phone. She just called my phone and we did it. So I don't have a link, but hi Patsy B, by the way. Crystal, I know you have to be silent about things. I don't want you to get in any trouble, but I have seen the manipulation that's been going on. In fact, I thought it was kind of funny when I put my notification up that I was going to have this. Kirsty was the first one who said, I'd like to be a part of this. And I was like, no, I don't think so. Kirsty is one of the ones that she's Trisha's mod, and she said some ugly things to me, and frankly, I just don't want anybody that's mean and nasty coming in here. But I have seen the manipulation that has gone on in the situation, the changing the story, changing of the narrative. If you're picked up and taken to the police station in handcuffs, and you go in there and you're signed out, and they tell you, stay away from that person, don't talk about that person, don't have any involvement with that person. If you do, go on YouTube, make sure you stay away from that subject. And the minute you get out, you start about that very thing. Well, that's your own ignorance. I mean, that's just stupid. If my kid did that, my husband did, if I did that, I mean, I'd be like, really? That's just a dumb thing to do. And, and then to try to make yourself a victim when you get in trouble for it, that's dumb too. Nobody believes that you're a victim for committing the same thing same crime twice. Now, Crystal, you've got a temper, and I honestly, I have to tell you this. My husband listens into all the drama and the different channels, different things going on, and he knows all about it. And he gets a kick out of stuff. Crystal, you were on Savage's channel, and you had the best rants. You were driving down the road, and you were just so mad. And that was the most epic rant I have ever heard in my life. And my husband said, that should be kept for posterity. Like, somebody should make a ringtone out of that, or have it. You should make an iPhone, or like put it on iTunes so you can upload it. So whenever somebody's mad, they can just click that and go here. Because I've never heard anything so awesome. It was just pure vent, and it was well said. You had everything in there, from the dishwasher to the kitchen sink, and I have to say that it was awesome. But I understand how you feel. I understand how you felt about that. And I'm just watching things unfold and thinking, how much longer can people try to manipulate the narrative? And that's what has done. And and I didn't really want to talk about her on this, but I guess we're going to. I know what my behavior should be, and I know when to tease and when not to tease. And we all have our boundaries. We all have our box that we live in, and we don't go too far this way. We don't go too far that way. We have social mores and ethics and morals that we don't go past. Now, some people's are a little further than others. Some people are a little less. There are shyer people who may not act out as much, and then there are really extroverted people, or sociopaths who just don't want to obey the rules, and their boundaries are nowhere. And then you have different boundaries. Some people don't understand boundaries, like people with borderline personality disorder. They don't understand social boundaries. They're constantly trying to find them and figure them out. Narcissists make them up themselves as they go. But we all act within a certain sphere. And if I get outside of my proper way of acting and behaving, my husband loves me enough to say, Beth, honey, maybe you shouldn't be so mad. Or let's calm down and think about this. Let's be rational. And 9 times out of 10, he's right. Even if I go, oh, I'm mad, leave me alone. Or, he does the same. And he will get upset over things. And I'll say, let's take a deep breath and let's look at it logically. That's what spouses do for one another. And what I'm seeing in this situation, Crystal, and I think everybody who has watched, WTF, I'm about tired of you. You've tried to say that I've got a messy kitchen and I'm such a terrible person, I'm a hoarder and all this stuff. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Go away. You're not wanted. So let's just get rid of you right there. Oh, look at that block button go. Woohoo! Yep. Don't need her. Don't need it. She, that WTF is probably Trisha on a fake account. They don't have any. You can go look at their YouTube account. They don't have any subs. They don't have anybody that they're following. That's crazy. Nobody has it totally blank. We all have playlists and stuff. Shoot, I did before I ever started doing this. So they've been on, they have Mama 3 Boys. They've been on everybody's stream starting crap. Right, 09, I love you. Your comment. You all have been so sweet. And listen, I want to tell Crystal and Marla and Mandy and everybody that has just been going through shit over all of this, that you are supported. For every one of us that's vocal and makes videos and makes comments, I want you to know that there are hundreds behind us. For every one of us that speaks, there's probably 100, 200, 300 that are watching and saying, I'm praying for her. I hope she wins her case. I hope this stops, because you know, we've all had people who bullied us in our lives. And we've had people that have hurt us and then turned around and tried to say that we were the guilty ones. You know, that happens to pretty much everybody at some point. Even the most mild person who doesn't do anything to anyone, who never speaks up. You know, I'll tell you a story. I had a friend in high school, and if she was watching this, she would say she would agree with me. And I didn't know about this till after we graduated. But she was dating a boy who was the ex of one of these girls' cousins or something. You know how it is when you live in a small town, everybody and their cousins related and all this shit. So anyway, when she was dating this man, and I think it's her husband now, I'm pretty sure that's the one she was telling me about. These girls constantly were doing things to her and making her look like she was doing things to get in trouble, or she was messing up in school, and they would report things on her, and you know, and they intimidated her until, and she was a very shy person. She wouldn't hurt a fly. And you know, we were best friends, and I was always really outgoing and mouthy, but she never told me. She was afraid to tell me, and she didn't tell me till after we graduated. And I said, if you'd have told me then, I'd have gone out and whooped their ass. I would have taken on, you know me. And she said that was what I was afraid of. Yeah, she said I didn't want to get in any trouble for causing a fight. And I thought, they've picked on you for 2 years. You know, 2 years of fight that they have picked with you and made you feel intimidated. You know, it would have been you know, I'd have taken suspension for fighting for my friends, because I didn't have the boundaries that I do now then. I was pretty open with things. And Crystal, I have to say that, you know, as mad as you got. Hey, Carrie. I'm so glad you're here, Carrie. As bad as things got, Crystal, you didn't take it physical, to the physical level. You did the right thing. You went to the police department. Yes, you may have cussed like a sailor on video, but you did the right thing. When we take online arguments and they become real life problems, then that's where we have to stop things. And you did the right thing. And everybody else who is taking measures to put an end to this, they're doing the right thing too. And we need to all support everybody, you know, all come together and be supportive. So this stops. Let's see how many subs I have, y'all. How many I got? I really, really, really want to hit 1,000. Let me see. Let's see if I can get a super chat. Then we raise some money for the shelter. Let me see. Yeah, I've got, oh, I'm at 969.